Coming to you on a very sunny Thursday. Hi, everybody. Temperatures are trending warmer than yesterday. Of course, yesterday trended much warmer than the day before. So, last couple of days we've gone 81. Yesterday got all the way up to 88 degrees. No, 87. I'm sorry, 87. Talking about PDX site specific. And today we're on track to be 88 or 89. And with things trending, I mean, we're in the 80s at 2 o'clock this afternoon. The air mass itself would support a 90-degree temperature. So we'll see if we get one somewhere in the valley, maybe in Portland this afternoon. And with that said, my big weather focus is that we're going to see similar temperatures the next couple of days, and then we're going to really hit the gas and get hot as we go into Monday and July 4th. And all of this comes from the migration of what was, or what still is today, in fact, a high pressure ridge that's over Texas. That air mass is moderating and then kind of expanding, and part of it is pushing back to the west and up into the north. And I'll show you that track coming up. Right now, you're just looking at the beautiful sunshine. It was foggy this morning along the coast, but now all cameras that I've seen show sunshine, including the Inlet Ottercrest. Right there on the left, there's downtown Portland from the Portland Spirit Landing, and Gresham Subaru shows sunshine. Also sunny out in the gorge. The Dow's likely to get up into the 90s. Hood River today probably stays in the 80s. Okay, so what's changing as we start to see these warm to hot temperatures come in? This is a satellite picture this afternoon. Now, if you just take a second and locate Oregon and Washington, very little cloudiness. Most of the colors you kind of see that gray shade is actually the embedment of the topography of the land. So everybody's sunny. And if you watch the contour, see that 582 number in green, that contour comes up over Portland and just crosses the Columbia River and nudges into Washington. That's a big deal because where you see the lines are split, you see the 582 or contour line kind of dive down or trough over Las Vegas. Then you see a 576 contour line that goes up into Canada. We've been in the middle of that split. Now that we're getting into this more solid ridging of the 582 nosing in, that's a sign of a warm up. And we're seeing that. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a 90-degree temperature out there. And also this increasing ridging has canceled the storm chance for the time being out in eastern Oregon, where we have been seeing storms. You can see the white colors on the map out over Utah and up into Wyoming. That's where the thunderstorm action is this afternoon. Okay, let's set the table for maybe a record high temperature on July 4th and maybe some records next week. Okay, so this is Monday. We're going to fast forward to Monday, July 3rd. See the red colors? That's the center core at 5,000 feet in the atmosphere of this batch of hot air. This is the migration of an air mass that was in Texas, now pushing off to the west and up to the north. This is the imagery here is courtesy of KGW TV. So this is Monday, the first day that screams 90 degrees. Again, maybe we do it today, but Monday's the first day that screams we're up into the 90s to me. Now here comes July 4th. Notice the header. Is it the hottest day? Current forecast temperature output suggests that yes, it will be. Now, the red core is actually, instead of being over Vegas, is back to the east over the Four Corners area of Utah, Colorado, New Mexico, and Arizona. But you can see the orange colors up into southern Oregon and the yellow up into Oregon. That's we're getting into the overall outer periphery of this very hot air. And models indicate there's a bit of a weak north to east flow pattern on Monday, and more so east on Tuesday. Now, the record for Tuesday, July 4th, is in Portland is 97 degrees. It kind of surprises me when I look at this every year, and I'm reminded we've never hit 100 degrees in Portland at PDX on July 4th. The record is 97 going back to 1972. Now, what you're looking at here on the left, actual temperature output from the models, the European model, and I've circled Portland at 97. But if you drop to the south, that black number there, that's Salem at 97. And then if you go out to where I've circled the 100, that's the temperature out in Pendleton. This is the European model. Now take your eyes with me over to the right to the American GFS model. And you can see the same 97 degrees circled in Portland. You drop down the same 97 in Salem, gives you Eugene or Albany rather 99. Instead of 100 out in Pendleton, it gives 99. But overall, you're seeing the models are really pretty identical, right? We're seeing that kind of that whitish tone of the red up to the Willamette Valley, through the gorge, then out into the Columbia Basin. That color, which I just explained, which is almost identical if you were to trace it on both the Euro and the GFS map, is highlighting temperatures that generally would support anywhere from 95 to 100 degrees. So we're right there on two different models. And in fact, what the Weather Service calls their national blended model, which is um, a I can't think of the word interpolation. Thank you very much. Between multiple models comes out with that 97-degree number. And again, that would tie the current record for July 4th. Now, let me show you one more map. This is the air mass, the same batch of air all the way on Friday of next week. No red, but orange up through Nevada and Utah, southeastern Oregon. And we're still seeing that yellow, which is still pretty warm air, all the way up through Portland into Washington. This would suggest that if we hit 90 on Monday, we could be 90 or better for at least 5 days, all the way through Friday of next week. So that all of a sudden would classify into a heat wave, and it would equal the 5 days that we had in May. 4 of those were consecutive. And there's a good chance that there would be maybe a couple of records in here. The records next week are 99 on Monday, 97 Tuesday. I'm looking at my notes. 99 Monday, 97 Tuesday, July 4th. These are PDX records. 96 on Wednesday, 97 on Thursday, 95 on Friday. Some of those records would be in play. A reminder, we've done it 6 times so far. We did it 5 total in May, and last time we hit 90 was 92, all the way back on June 6th. So it's been quite a while since we've been doing this. And again, maybe we hit 90 today. We'll see. A couple more maps to show you, and then I'll get to the 7-day forecast with the hot weather becoming the big story. So, if you've been watching the news, you've probably seen the pictures of the thick Canadian wildfire smoke that's returned from Canada. Everything in gray, looking over the Great Lakes, down through Ohio, up into New York State. Everything in gray, air quality alerts where the smoke has been thick again from the haze from those Canadian wildfires. And then if you look down in Texas, the orange and kind of pink magenta colors, those are all different types of heat warnings. We're still dealing with excessive heat right now, especially in East Texas, and then pushing up into Arkansas and into Memphis. I think Memphis, Tennessee is expected to be around 100, 102 today into tomorrow. And then if you look back to the west, you see that red brick color, that's heat warnings in play for places like Vegas, parts of California. And then we have a heat advisory that starts tomorrow and goes all the way through Tuesday for parts of southern Oregon. That's that orange color you see, including Medford. Medford's temperature tomorrow into the weekend is basically 100, 102. Now, we're going to be kind of on the northern outer periphery of that, but boy, it's something to keep tabs on. And here's a closer look. This shows you that northern area of the heat advisory, which includes Medford from tomorrow through Tuesday. But also what it shows you in our local area is a fire weather watch that right now, and this could change, but right now it's issued specifically only for the day Saturday. What's in play here? The Dalles out through Hermiston and Pendleton, and then north up through the Columbia Basin into Washington. This is for temperatures that, generally speaking, are going to be at least in the mid-90s to upper 90s. Gusty west winds expected, not extreme, but maybe 20 to 30 miles per hour. And of course, we're starting to really get some dry fuels out there because it has been so dry. Now we're racking up all these sunny days with the warming temperatures. So this is a good vivid reminder, though, that it's probably likely at this point that we see additional fire watches issued between now and July 4th, next Tuesday. As we continue to dry out, we continue to see temperatures start to rise. So obviously, if you live in a spot where you can legally, enjoy your own fireworks, you want to be very cautious and realize it wouldn't take much to get a brush fire out of hand. All right, 7 days. So 88, maybe 90 this afternoon. I'm going to be curious to see where we are at 5 o'clock. And then tomorrow, indications are whatever we are today, the air mass will be 1 to 2 degrees cooler. And then Saturday could be 1 to 2 degrees cooler as well. So I've gone 87, 86. And then Sunday, we start to nudge it back up, 88, maybe 90. And then there's the full confidence of Monday, 93, Tuesday, 97. There are forecast models that suggest that Tuesday has a chance to hit 100 degrees. We'll be following that story. And then Wednesday back down to 94. And again, on July 4th, if we're well up into the 90s, it's going to be probably at least 85 degrees at 10 p.m. Tuesday evening for fireworks shows. So that will certainly not be chilly, will it? All right. Don't forget, I expect some breezy west winds tomorrow afternoon and Saturday afternoon here in the Willamette Valley in Southwest Washington. Northerlies kicking 15 to 25. Those winds should start to ease and calm back down a bit on Sunday. Okay. Thanks for subscribing to my channel. Thanks for telling your friends about it. And just thanks for trusting and using my weather information as a source of your weather information. I'll talk to you soon.